first YouTube stream. All right, save and close. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Darnell Nathaniel. I'm actually here with my daughter. She's
Hi.
doing homework on the side, and we're going to do this live stream. Um, so, the reason why I created this live stream is going to deal with basically how to protect your data, like why your data needs to be protected, and how not to get sued. I am here in my dining room, and we're about to have dinner. But I wanted to create this live stream because this is a problem that a lot of people hear about, but they don't think it relates to them. And the reality is, it relates to everybody because nobody wants to get sued. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into my slides. If you're looking at my shirt, you might see run, but it's run CMD. For those who know, for those who don't know, you need to know. But anyway, so let me go ahead and start jumping into this. So that is my website there, lionsgatesystems.com. So if you're interested in us, go ahead and jump over there and check it out. So let me go ahead and pull up some of this information and we'll just jump right into it. So I'll start with this one. This one is pretty. So what is this? It says 6 and 7 report small businesses victimized by ransomware, and that's from 2015 to 2017. 6 and 10 report attacks in the first half of 2017 alone. So what does that tell us? Well, basically, what it means to me is that we live in a time where data is not secure. We live in a time where anything could happen at any point. Your systems can get hacked. Um, your information, your client's information can be violated, and then it's like for some companies they start, or for some people they start at that point. And don't let it be you. Let me go ahead and pop some of these warning signs up that you guys may or may not have seen before. Let me go ahead and drop that in there. All right, so just give me a second. I will bring that up. So let me take that one off. All right, so here's one here. If you've seen any of these signs before, yeah, feel free to message me, but I'm sure most people have seen these signs. These your inbox is infected signs. Here's another one. This is what we politely call in IT the blue screen of death. You good? Good. All right. This is the blue screen of death. If you ever get this, this is not a good sign. This means that some of your systems have been corrupted, and you could potentially have either lost your information, and you need somebody professional to jump in there to help you to recover it. So if you take a look, though, I don't know if you guys can see my arrow going around. Sometimes you'll see this little message on the front of these error messages, and it's like a little note. No lie. Let me go ahead and jump back in here real quick. No lie, I have actually witnessed it where I don't want this screen. There we go. I have witnessed it where people, and I'm looking down, I'm looking for my other screens, guys. All right. So I've witnessed it where other people just do the first one, babe. So somebody's calling me. Um, Monday night, sort two words two times, which you've already done, and then sort them to an adult. So I just need to sign that. All right, I'll sign it real quick. So yeah, we're doing this in real time. We got the homework. We got the homework knocked out. Go ahead, have a seat, baby. And we're getting things done. All right, phones vibrating all while I'm recording. Right. So so I was telling a story. So no lie, I actually logged into my computer. This was like a few years ago. I logged into my computer to use it. What's up?
Are we done
You tell me. Have we done everything that's on that checklist? So I logged into my computer and I had that note, the same way this note looked on this blue screen here. That was on the front there. Let me see if I can pull it up. Right. So I had a note just like this pop up on my screen, and just put it on the side and I'll sign it. And what I was then able to do was it told me, it said all your files have been encrypted, and in order to decrypt them, you have to pay this money. I've actually even had one, no lie, where I was surfing the internet and you get that FBI screen pop up, and that one scared me more than anything. This is before I knew anything about IT and cybersecurity and securing your networking infrastructure. And I got a message, and it was like, you've been looking at bad websites, and we're going to you're going to be arrested. You need to go to Walmart ASAP and buy this little money pack, and it was like $300 or $300 at the time, and then send that to us so that you won't get arrested. So I don't know how many of you guys have fell victim to that kind of stuff, but trust me, it's out there. It is out there. So let's bring up another one real quick. So speaking of that, the virus that I was just referencing and speaking about is called CryptoLocker. And there's about 5 to 6 different types of CryptoLocker. And CryptoLocker it can just be out of control. It can be a thing where your files just start to become encrypted. You can't access them. You can't log in. You can't do anything. And you sometimes you even have to go back to what's called the registry and get that fixed. So you know, how do you deal with that is it's really up to you as a business and as a person who has your systems. If you want to protect your systems, you got to be proactive. So it says 84% are going to be hit with CryptoLocker, 46 with CryptoWall. There's other virus types and so on. But it really kind of comes down to you and your network and how you have it set up and how you have it protected. All right. So let's keep it moving. 29% of small businesses is going to report the ransomware virus remained within your system. 33% ransomware encrypted on in small business backup. No lie. Let me tell you a scary story of working in the enterprise environment and kind of some of the things that you deal with. Let me see if I can pull this up again. Okay, so it's not letting me pull it up, which is fine. It's not a big deal. I want to bring this up. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I don't want that. I can't work my screens. All right, let's see. It likes these two for some reason. I don't know why, but it doesn't like my screen. All right, so let me try this one. 4 and then 3. Let's see if that combination works. No, it does not. It keeps going back to this. Let me see. Just give me a second, guys. Let me get this out of the way. I want to know why these two are married to each other for whatever reason. All right, I'm going to go to 1 here. All right, boom. There we go. So, true story. I was working for a company. I'm not going to name the company. It was here in Baltimore, and they gave me my first start in IT. And what happened was we would do remote support for different businesses, okay? And the people that actually worked on site, all right, these were not IT people, but they would log on to their local servers and go to porn sites. Porn sites. We would tell these folks, we would talk to the managers, the big managers, the big bosses. We would talk to everybody, educating them, telling them, explaining to them, hey, CryptoLocker is out of control. In this virus in particular, it follows your profile. So wherever you log in, so if I log into computer A and then that computer is infected with that CryptoLocker virus, and then I log into computer B, that virus follows me and follows my login onto the next computer. So that's how it was spreading throughout the network. And so they would call us up and they would say, hey, we got that ransomware note on the front of our, when I logged in, I got that ransomware note. We need a technician to help out. We would log in. We would say, look, sir, ma'am, don't log on to any other computers. Go get some coffee, do some paperwork. Don't log on to any of your other systems because we need to isolate this issue. And sure enough, they would go log onto another computer. Man, I got work I gotta do. I'm like, yeah, but you just set your business back a whole day's worth of work because you're going to be down for that time. Think about it like this too. When you're down, when your business is down, you're not making money. All right? That's when productivity ceases. And so what you want is, that's when you need IT professionals to come in. You know, you need the leadership there at your small business or your business in general. And you need them to teach your employees about safety and about habits and how to avoid some of this stuff. All right. So let's jump to the next one. So some businesses think they're immune to infections, viruses, attacks, and really just the reason why I'm presenting this information today is because I want to raise awareness. I mean, you hear about it, you know, you hear, oh, cybersecurity and, you know, viruses and malware and phishing and all this stuff, and I can break that down in more detail for you. But for this, I just want to make you guys aware of the problem. This is a serious issue, and it's a serious issue that can be resolved. Okay, so which industries are mainly affected and impacted? I would say the short of it all is all of them. If your infrastructure is not protected, okay? If your infrastructure is not protected, then your business, your livelihood is going to be at risk. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. I'm just trying to make you guys aware of the fact that if you have clients that work with you, let's say you're an accountant, let's say you're a doctor, let's say you're a lawyer, and they come to you, sir, ma'am, hey, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. You service them and you don't protect their data, you can be held liable for it. You don't believe me? Let me show you. All right. So here is a great example of that. So let me pull it up on both of my screens. Nope, don't want that. I want this. Okay. So look at the title here. It says hackers breach Henry Ford Health, exposing data of 18,000 patients. You can go and read this. I can share the links to you guys, and but you can also Google it. All right, and this is reported, Healthcare IT News. Um, if you actually read the article, and I have it, I've shared it on LinkedIn. I've also shared it on my Lionsgate Technologies Facebook business page. Basically, what you read through is kind of like a horror movie. You hear about people's data being stolen, and then you hear about people's personal information, what type of ailments they had, what type of coverages they were receiving. You hear about all of that, and then that information being made public. All right, it breaks all types of HIPAA and all types of laws, data protection laws. And so, in the midst of that, what do you get? Well, you get lawsuits because that's what is going to come from this. Okay. If you actually read the article, and like I said, you guys, I can leave links if you want on the URLs, or you can just Google hackers breach Henry Ford Health, exposing data of 18,000 patients. And what will happen is you'll see that these some of the doctors and the physicians charged with protecting this data were actually sued. All right, let's move on to another one. It's not immune. All right, no one's immune to any of this. 5 months after phishing attack, AU medical reports potential breach. All right, and let me bring that one up on my other screen so I can scroll down. There was something that really jumped out about this article in particular, and if you read this article, at the very end of the article, it deals with this one here is dealing more with this isn't the one with the accounting, but this is another data breach where the hackers mainly exposed the patient's information. So they hacked a database or a few databases at this facility, and then they exposed the type of healthcare, the type of coverage, everything that the doctors were entrusted to protect. All right, and this is the last one that I'll show here. This one deals with there was a hacking group going around passing themselves off as tax preparers, and basically they were sending people phony checks. And you can go to this website too. and check it out. But and you can read the article for yourself. But they were passing themselves off as accountants and tax preparers in order to steal people's sensitive information, and then to expose or um, exploit that, and then gain access to these people's data. So this is big business, and it's no fun for anybody. It's a big pain in the butt, but these are attacks. These are things that can be absolutely avoided. You can work on them. So let me go ahead and give you some ways um, that you can resolve this. Okay. Uh, One, you want to have secure infrastructure. All right. That means that you want your network to be pretty robust. You need to have a firewall in place, depending on the size of your business, but you need to have a firewall in place to protect data that's leaving your network as well as data coming in. All right. You need to have education in place for your employees to teach them about the risks of emails. Okay. There's certain viruses that get in via email, and you need to share that information with your employees. Okay. You also need to have security protocols in place that will capture some of those potentially dangerous emails. All right. And here at Lionsgate Technologies, we actually have a few that we recommend and that we use and work with every day. All right. What else can you do? You need virus protection. All right. There's certain virus protections that I don't really care for, just to be honest with you. I don't care for them. But you need some form of virus protection. So if you're interested in that, um, there's a few that I like. I like AVG. I like Malwarebytes. But what you want to do is you want to have something on your system that's constantly scanning, that can be constantly updated. I know a lot of people are always looking for free 99, but free 99 is not going to protect your network. If your data becomes encrypted because you had a virus protection that only lasted for 2 weeks, you're kind of exposing yourself. Again, if you have clients and you have access to their data, you're trusted to protect it, and you don't, you could be sued. All right. So, what else do you need? I would also say we live in a great age of cloud protection and data backup, disaster recovery. We offer all those services at Lionsgate Technology. But you want to have disaster recovery in place, because I'm gonna give you a great story, and it actually happened today. This weekend. I was with my daughter at her practice, and I got a text on my phone. My phone started, and I'm checking it, and I looked on my phone, and we had an electrical fire at one of the sites that I worked at. All right, an electrical fire. Everybody's freaking out. Oh my goodness, I don't know. The switches might be gone. The server might be gone. The lady I was driving with, she asked me. She said, "Are you nervous? Are you worried about that? Did you do something?" I was like, "Nah, you know, I'll check it on Monday." And the reason why I was confident and patient was because 2 weeks ago I migrated all of our data onto the cloud, and I have all those backups in place. So when I got there today, I went right in. It took me 10 minutes to bring the network back up. 10 minutes. Everything had been down before that. 10 minutes, no lie. And I went in, I could pull all my backups, all my images, everything that was in the cloud. I could pull it down and then push it back out onto our network. That's called disaster recovery. And every business, if you care about your business, if you're an accountant, if you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, if you need data, right, and you're entrusted with your client's data, you need disaster recovery. You need data backup. All right. So that's what I got for you today. I don't want to make this too long, but hopefully you guys have found it informative. Hopefully I didn't scare you half to death, but hopefully I scared you enough that you'll take action to protect your network. So if you have any questions, anything that you want to know from me, feel free to go over to the website. That's lionsgatesystems.com. Right there, right there, right there. I love these overlays. Lionsgatesystems.com. Shoot me an email. If you want to email me, I didn't put the email address here, but I'll tell you the email address is lionsgatesystems@gmail.com. My name is Darnell Nathaniel. I am the owner and operator. Feel free to message me. Reach out to me. I'm always interested in collaborating and working with Small businesses, medium-sized businesses, whoever. All right. So until then, guys, protect yourself and be well.